Hello, Christ Church, and welcome to the Weekend Recap. This past Sunday, Rev Mike continued his series titled Distracted, where we seek out ways to stay focused on Jesus Christ in a fallen world. Mike has given us 5 points to check ourselves on regarding being distracted. These include: do you take on too many tasks, or do you say yes too often? Have you lost sight of your personal mission? Do you tend to be unorganized? Do you procrastinate? And do you dwell in the past? Reverend Mike's sermon has centered around the story of Naomi, Orpah, and Ruth. You can find the scriptures he used in the book of Ruth, chapter 1, verses 12 through 18. In this story, Naomi and her 2 daughters-in-law have all been widowed. Now, left without any support system, Naomi decides that it is best to return to her home city of Bethlehem. This leaves Orpah and Ruth with a decision. Do they stay in Moab to try and rebuild their lives, or do they find another husband, or do they take a risk and go with Ruth? In your life, have you been in a situation where you could either stay or go? Maybe it's a job change or a relationship or the pursuit of a dream. And it's that point where you have a crossroads in front of you and you have to discern the best path, knowing you'll only have one chance to make this choice. In keeping with our theme of staying focused on Jesus Christ in a distracted world, let's take a look at some ways that you can help discern a path that blesses God. First, find a mentor. Orpah and Ruth had Naomi, who loved them so much that she could put aside her own desires to speak truth. Naomi blessed these 2 younger women and asked God to bless them for their kindness. Naomi freed them from any responsibility or obligation they had to her. Naomi isn't selfish here, and that's what makes her such a great mentor. Do you have a mentor like that? Do you have someone in your life who will tell you the truth, no matter how much it hurts you or it hurts them? Someone whose real desire is to see you grow and strengthen without regard to their own feelings. That's a key trait of a mentor. Secondly, is that mentor grounded in their relationship with Jesus Christ? Is that person someone you look up to and admire because of their faith? Not because of their social status or their leadership ability or their relationship to you, but because of their faith. If you are at a crossroads and that's a spiritual matter, you need someone who understands a serious walk with the Lord. If they are, they will guide you in prayer, in scripture, and ask you the right questions to help you make a decision. This brings the 3rd point. The decision is still yours to make. Reverend Mike spoke wonderfully about how we might regret the decisions that we make. To check this out again, go to mychristchurch.com. You can scroll down and you can find his entire sermon. Lastly, mentors and outside opinions are great in order to bring perspective in our lives. But as Rev Mike said, make sure you're inviting God in to bring you clarity. One way to do this is to spend consistent and dedicated time in prayer. What I do is I set an alarm on my smartphone that'll go off at the top of every hour, and that's when I pray about my decision. I'll pray for clarity and wisdom, I'll pray for discernment, I'll pray for peace about the upcoming decision. After that, I'll invite God in through silence. I'll turn the radio off on my car and just listen for God to speak to me in that quiet time. You can create a prayer closet, you can go on a long walk, but ultimately it's about spending time with the Lord and waiting to hear what He has to say to you. So this week, I pray that you will have opportunities. I pray that God will bless you. I pray that He will speak into any decisions you have in your life that are necessary for you to grow. This week at Christ Church, Backpack Attack begins. All through the month of July, we'll be collecting backpacks, uniforms, and school supplies for the Christian Activity Center in East St. Louis. These supplies will support children in need across the Metro East. If you would like more information, grab a pamphlet at the Sync Center or in Scripture Hall. I pray that you have a wonderful week. Invite a friend to come meet your church family here at Christ Church. I'll see you this weekend.